In his compelling and thoughtful work, The Five Types of Wealth, Sahil Bloom offers a refreshingly holistic view of what it truly means to be wealthy. Rather than confining wealth to the narrow corridors of financial gain, Bloom challenges his readers to reconsider and broaden their understanding. Wealth, he argues, is not a singular entity measured in dollars and cents, but a multifaceted construct encompassing time, physical health, relationships, and spiritual well-being. His book does not merely present a new philosophy. It invites a reorientation of life priorities and values. Bloom's central thesis is that there are five distinct but interconnected types of wealth: financial wealth, time wealth, physical wealth, social wealth, and spiritual wealth. Each of these components contributes to a genuinely rich life. An imbalance among them can result in dissatisfaction, even when one or more areas appear fulfilled on the surface. Throughout the book, Bloom weaves in personal anecdotes, practical reflections, and probing questions that compel readers to examine their current lifestyle and beliefs. Financial wealth. The traditional measure the journey begins with the type of wealth most familiar to readers: financial wealth. Here, Bloom does not downplay the importance of money. In fact, he acknowledges its role in facilitating freedom, providing stability, and enabling personal and familial security. Financial wealth, in its most useful form, acts as a tool, a means to an end, rather than the end itself. That he critiques the societal obsession with wealth accumulation for its own sake and warns against falling into the trap of endless pursuit. Bloom emphasizes intentional financial planning, encouraging saving, investing wisely, and living below one's means. He also highlights the dangers of lifestyle inflation and the psychological burden of constantly comparing oneself to others. Crucially, Bloom shifts the narrative away from financial wealth as the ultimate goal to viewing it as a platform that supports and enables the pursuit of the other four wealth types. This redefinition helps readers move beyond the toxic productivity and comparison culture to a healthier, purpose-driven financial mindset: time wealth. The invisible asset. In perhaps the most eye-opening section of the book, Bloom introduces the concept of time wealth. Time, he suggests, is the most precious and limited resource humans possess, yet it is often squandered or undervalued. The notion of the time billionaire, someone who, while young or healthy, has vast quantities of potential time ahead, is a powerful metaphor that encourages readers to view their daily hours as the true currency of life. Time, unlike money, cannot be earned back once spent. Bloom discusses how modern culture often glorifies busyness and equates full schedules with success. Yet this mindset can rob individuals of meaningful experiences and authentic living. He advocates for intentional time management that prioritizes what truly matters. Whether that's quality time with family, pursuing creative endeavors, resting, or simply being present, Bloom argues for reclaiming time as a conscious act of wealth building. His advice resonates with readers who feel constantly stretched, stressed, and stuck on autopilot. Physical wealth, the foundation of vitality. Next, Bloom turns to physical wealth, the state of one's health, fitness, and physical vitality. Unlike the more abstract notions of wealth, physical well-being is often a visible and tangible area, yet it is frequently neglected until decline or crisis forces attention. He positions the body as the vehicle through which life is experienced and achieved. Thus, it deserves maintenance, care, and respect. Bloom discusses the importance of consistent movement, healthy eating, restorative sleep, and stress management. He also addresses the long-term consequences of ignoring one's health in the name of productivity or financial gain. Physical wealth is not, as Bloom carefully notes, about aesthetic perfection or extreme athleticism. Instead, it's about having the strength, energy, and endurance to live fully and participate actively in the things one values. His tone is empathetic, avoiding blame, and encouraging small, sustainable lifestyle changes over perfectionist approaches. The chapter on physical wealth serves as both a reminder and a wake-up call that wealth without health is ultimately hollow. Social wealth. The power of connection. The fourth form of wealth Bloom explores is social wealth, the depth and quality of one's relationships. In a world increasingly shaped by digital interaction and superficial connections, Bloom's focus on relational richness is especially timely. He defines social wealth as the presence of authentic, supportive, and meaningful human connections. These may include family, friends, mentors, colleagues, and community ties. Bloom argues that relationships are among the greatest sources of joy and fulfillment, and neglecting them in the pursuit of personal goals is a common and costly mistake that he encourages readers to audit their social circles, not just in terms of quantity, but in quality. Are the people in one's life life-giving or draining? Do they inspire growth or enable stagnation? He also urges investment in the people who matter, not just emotionally, but through the regular and consistent gift of time and attention. What stands out in this section is Bloom's sensitivity to the epidemic of loneliness, particularly among high achievers who may appear socially engaged but feel isolated. He suggests that true wealth is not about the number of contacts on a phone, but about knowing someone will show up when it really counts. Spiritual wealth, the quiet core finally. Bloom introduces the most intimate and often the most overlooked form of wealth, spiritual wealth. This type is less visible and less quantifiable than the others, but it is arguably the most profound. Spiritual wealth, as Bloom defines it, involves having a sense of purpose, peace, and alignment with one's core values. It's about knowing who you are, what you believe, and why you do what you do. This wealth shows up in moments of silence, in acts of compassion, in resilience during hard times, and in the contentment that arises from living in integrity. Bloom is careful not to tie this form of wealth strictly to religious faith. While spiritual wealth may be grounded in faith for many, it can also be found through meditation, nature, creativity, reflection, and meaningful service. The key is intentionality and inner congruence that he shares how ignoring this area of wealth led to periods of personal emptiness and burnout, even when all other areas of his life seemed successful. The restoration of his spiritual wealth marked a turning point not only in his career, but in his sense of well-being. This chapter invites readers to do the inner work that is often postponed indefinitely. In a society obsessed with external metrics, Bloom's insistence on cultivating internal alignment is both radical and restorative. Integration, living a rich life throughout the book, Bloom doesn't merely dissect these 5 types of wealth as isolated pillars. He weaves them together, illustrating how they intersect and influence one another. For instance, financial stability can create more time flexibility. Physical health can enhance social and emotional resilience. A strong sense of purpose can guide financial decisions and deepen relationships that he encourages readers to assess themselves honestly across all 5 areas and to identify the gaps. Are you financially successful but spiritually impoverished? Are your days filled with work but lacking joy? Are you healthy but disconnected from meaningful community? Each section ends with reflection prompts and practical steps, not rigid prescriptions, but gentle nudges toward balance. Bloom's voice throughout is encouraging, relatable, and wise. Rather than overwhelming readers with lofty ideals, he offers a roadmap to more conscious and intentional living. Conclusion: Redefining Success. Sahil Bloom's The 5 Types of Wealth is more than a book. It is a mirror and a map. It challenges readers to reflect on what truly matters and gives them the tools to align their daily lives with a deeper, more comprehensive understanding of success. In an era where burnout, disconnection, and anxiety are all too common, Bloom's framework feels urgent and necessary. His message is clear: wealth is not just what sits in your bank account. It's what surrounds you, what sustains you, what guides you, and what lives within you. Ultimately, The 5 Types of Wealth is a powerful reminder that life's riches come in many forms, and the richest life is one lived fully, intentionally, and authentically in pursuit of all 5. For readers seeking not just to accumulate, but to live well, this book is essential reading.